Alright, now we'll be looking at the second factor, the substrate concentration. Right, so at low substrate concentration, there are more enzyme molecules than substrate molecules. The substrate concentration is the limiting factor. At any one time, there are free active sites available because there are more enzymes than substrates, right? So because of that, right, when we increase the substrate concentration, the more substrate molecules would be able to bind to the free active sites that are available, and therefore increasing the rate of effective collision and formation of enzyme substrate complex, which increases the rate of reaction. But when the substrate concentration is high, right, then there are more substrates than enzymes, right? There is now not enough enzymes. Okay, so further increase in the substrate concentration would not be able to increase the rate of reaction. At any one time, the enzymes are bound with a substrate because there are so many substrates around, right? So the enzymes are saturated, and the enzyme concentration is now the limiting factor. Right, so if you plot the graph of rate of reaction versus substrate concentration, this is what you get, a bit similar to the enzyme concentration graph. Right, so when the substrate concentration is low, right, increasing substrate concentration increases rate of reaction, and when the substrate concentration is high, further increase in the substrate concentration does not increase the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction remains constant. Right? Then you have a question right in the notes. How would this graph, figure 4.2, differ if a higher enzyme concentration was used? Okay, so pause the video, try to sketch the graph according to your own understanding. Once you are done, you can resume the video and I will show you the answer. Alright, so this is the graph that I have sketched. Okay, so in the beginning, right, when the substrate concentration is low, substrate concentration is the limiting factor, right? So increasing enzyme concentration does not increase rate of reaction. So that's why at first both curves are the same, or rather they follow each other, right? There's no increase in rate of reaction even when there is more enzyme, because substrate concentration is the limiting factor. But as the substrate concentration continue to increase, as the enzymes becomes more saturated, and then this is where having more enzymes would result in a higher rate of reaction. And when the substrate concentration is high, right, then having more enzyme would increase the rate of reaction because the limiting factor is enzyme concentration, right, at high substrate concentration. Right, so increasing the enzyme concentration would increase the rate of reaction. So this is the curve that I have sketched. Alright. Okay, that would be substrate concentration.